Welcome back to Strength Training and Mindset. This is day number 2. Hey, this is Dr. Dwain Woode, and I'm so happy that you're here to join me on this journey. I'm glad that we are here together. Today, we're exploring the hidden powers of balance. Not just balance in our bodies, but balance in our lives. If yesterday was about showing up and that first rep, then today is about staying at it. It's about staying centered. It's about doing what you need to do, not staying still, but adjusting as life happens. And life will happen. In our bodies, we're going to learn that the core is so important as we are working to become strong, as we're working to be resilient, as we're working to engage all of our bodies. And that's what we've been doing. We've been doing a total body workout as we've been going through our course of time. If you were with us yesterday, you know that we spent time talking about that first rep, that first inertia. That's where the problem usually comes in getting started. And if you are here, if you're watching this video, if you were with us yesterday and you've decided to show back up, guess what? You've already won, because you've decided that you are going to do what it takes to be successful, that you're going to do what it takes to put yourself into a space of expanding. We've already gone through the walking. We've already built the concepts. We've already built the consistency. We've already mastered it. And mastery simply means that we are ready for what life has to offer. Hey, I'm glad that you're here. We are living a limitless life. And remember, limitless living says that we're not allowing anything, nothing from outside or nothing from inside, to prevent us from doing what we need to do to be successful. So let's go ahead and get started. In all that we do, we have to prepare. And so we're going to go through some exercises or some warm-ups, if you will, and you will begin seeing that these are the warm-ups that we're going to be doing. We're going to add a few here and there as we go to kind of mix it up a little bit. But the standard ones that you will see are the ones that we started yesterday. We're going to add a new one today. We'll begin with this process, because in anything that we do, in our exercising, in our toning, in our walking, and in our lives, we want to be sure that we are preparing. That's a key concept. So they're about building rhythm, these exercises or these warm-ups that we're going to do. They're about preparing your body, preparing your mind, and preparing you to get started. So we're going to do the first one, and we did it yesterday, and it's simply arm twirls. And this is just simply taking your arms and we're turning them, or we're twisting them, we're swirling them, whichever word you want to use. We're going to do 10 forward and 10 backwards. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And going backwards, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 5, and 6, and 7, and 8, and 9, and 10. So that just kind of loosens up the shoulder, gets us ready. And so we'll be adding more things to that as we go. The next one is to kind of looking at the lower body, and this is our high knee march. And so yesterday we did one, and the version I gave you was to simply take your arms like this, your forearms pointing forward, fists pointing towards you. And what you're trying to do is you're trying to lift that knee as high as possible, as high as possible. Let me turn to the side so you can see. We're trying to lift that knee as high as possible. And what I try to do is I try to lift it so that I touch, I touch my elbows. Okay, so we're gonna do this for about 1 minute. 1 minute. And this really kind of loosens up the hips. It gets our ankles, it gets our calves, it gets our hamstrings, it gets our gastrocs, and those are those big muscles in the back of our legs. Gets those blood flowing. And sometimes people will do something like this. As I said before, if you are not able to do this, you can actually, I'm going to move backwards a little bit. You can actually use the wall, right, to stabilize yourself as high as possible. You can also use a chair. Right now we have our exercise bench that we're doing that we could go on to. Or if you have a chair at your house, you can use that as well, okay? We're gonna do this for about 1 minute. Just a couple more seconds. All right. Awesome. All right. And the next one is to kind of also working on the lower extremities to loosen up our hips. And it's called the cross body leg swing, the cross body leg swing. And the whole idea with this one is simply taking the leg, I'm going to cross it across the body and hold it there and then bring it back. Okay. Now I put my foot down, but in this case, we're going to actually cross it and bring it back and cross it and bring it back. If you need to hold on to a wall or to a chair, you can do that as well. So I'm going to try to do this without holding on. Okay, so and let's go ahead. We're going to do it 10 times on each side. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. That one didn't go too far, right? 5, 6. Let me hold on to the wall. 7, 8, 9, and 10. And I think that one my foot was pointed straight forward, so I got to point it out a little bit to the other side. Okay, and ready? We're going to do the other leg. We're going to do 1 and 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And once again, for those, right, you saw me hold on to the wall there a minute. You can do that as well, either a wall or a chair. And basically 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay? And so one thing that sometimes happens in that case is we kind of swing the leg. And when we swing the leg, of course, it throws our balance off a little bit. So basically you're doing controlled. The concept that we will teach and you'll continue to hear is tension under control. Controlled tension builds strength. Controlled tension helps us expand. Controlled tension helps our body to work. And so in everything that we're going to do, we can actually just swing the legs willy-nilly, but it is the control that helps those muscles to work and do what we need them to do. Okay? So this next one is actually a very simple one, and it's called the forward reach and hold. And basically, you take your arms and you stretch them out as far as you can, and you touch the finger at the tips. All right? So basically, as far as I can, and this is called an isometric stretch, actually, right? Because we're not actually doing anything other than tensing those muscles, but it actually gives us great benefit in getting those muscles stronger, getting them loosened. All right, so I'm going to do this 10 times. 1, 2, and we're holding it at the tip. And 3, and 4, and 5, and 6, 7, 3 more, 8, 9, and then 10. Okay? All right, so that kind of loosens us up and gets us moving in the space that we go. All right, so our strength exercise for today is a movement that helps us with balance. And we can do this lots of different ways. We're going to do the simple version first. And it is a single leg balance to a knee drive. So basically what we're doing is we're taking the leg, we're going to be legs or feet shoulder width apart. And we are lifting, we're going to shift over to the side that we're not lifting, right? Put all of our energy on one side. And we're going to lift the side up as high as we can. And we're going to hold it there for 3 seconds. And then we're going to put it back down and over to the other side. And we're going to lift that for 3 seconds. We're going to put that down. And we're going to come back. We're shifting. We're lifting knee as high as we can. We're going to hold that for 3 seconds. Come back down. And we're going to just alternate like that for 3 seconds. Now you'll notice, and we'll talk more about this here in just a minute, but this move strengthens your ankles, your knees, your hips, your core, everything that helps you to stand strong, right? So everything here that's needed to help you stand strong, that's what we're strengthening. One of the concepts and one of the things that you'll hear us talk about is the core, the core, the core. And we'll come back and we'll talk more about what the core is and how do we activate that, what we need to do. But the idea is, and for right now, I want you to think of the core as this center part right behind your belly button. And basically what we're doing is, it's almost like, okay, here's a great example. When you're getting ready to take a picture, yeah, and you're standing there and you think, oh, your stomach is just kind of hanging out, and you know how you go, and you hold it in a little bit, that right there is your core. I want you to think about that. So whenever I say strengthen the core, what I want you to do is I want you to try to tighten that muscle. Basically, you're pulling the belly button in just a little bit, giving a little tension, because what that does is it actuates, it activates all those muscles in this area. So when we talk about strengthening the core, balancing the core, that's what we're talking about. So every time we say activate the core, I want you to think about that spot right behind the belly button and just tighten it up just a little bit, right? Because what that does is it gets all those muscles working. So basically what we're going to do is we're going to go through this. We're going to do 3 reps or 3 rounds, and we're going to do 10 reps per side. So basically we're going to do, right, 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, so that's going to be the count. So basically, and we're holding for 3 seconds. So let's go through one of those, right? So basically, so this is, we got that up for 3, up for 3. That's 1. Up for 3, up for 3. That's 2. Up for 3, up for 3. That's 3. Four. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. 10. Okay, so that's 1 rep. That's one set, and we're going to do 2 more of those. But I want to pause here, and I'm going to grab a chair so that you can see how we can do a modified version of this. Get this back here. So let's go ahead and let's do this together. Right? If you're not able to just do that without using something to hold on to, that's okay. You can use the wall or you can use a chair. And so let's go ahead and let's do that. So basically we're shifting. So 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. That's 1. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. That's 2. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. That's 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. That's 4. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 5. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 6. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 7. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 8. 2 more. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 9. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, and that's 10. Okay? So I just wanted to show what you could do with a chair, with a wall. You can do the same thing. Let's get that out. And we have one more set that we're going to do. All right, so remember 3 sets. 3 sets of 10. 10 alternating back and forth. And so usually we'll have kind of a break in between and 15 to 20 seconds as we kind of go between one and the next set. Most of these things that we do, we're going to do that 3 sets of 10. Some of them, of course, like we did the twirls, we just did 10 forward, 10 backwards, but we'll let you know how that's going to be. One of the things that I want to get you to begin saying in your head, always, and even as we start this, it is controlled tension that builds muscles. Controlled tension causes expansion. Controlled tension causes growth. So I want you to begin getting that into your mind, that it is the tension under control that gives us the benefit that we need. So let's go ahead and let's do our last set. And we're going to go 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 2. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 3. And up. 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 5. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 6. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 7. 3 more, 4 more. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 8. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 9. And 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 10. Now I said that we were going to do 3 sets, but let's go ahead and do one more because I want to show you, for those of you who are out there that may be a little bit more advanced and you are interested in moving a little faster or adding more to your regimen. I'm just going to put my gloves on because remember, tension under control is what causes growth, correct? Well, I want to maybe add a little bit of tension. So I'm going to grab a couple of these dumbbells and we're going to go down. I think these are 10 pounds. So in that space, right, as we're doing those lifts, right, as we're doing the leg lifts, yep, what we can do is we can get some weights, and the weight, right, we're shifting, and the weight adds additional tension. Now, as you were kind of going through, right, you'll see the wobbly, you see that, right? Often we think that that's failure, right, because we're wobbling. You know what that means though? That means that your nervous system is adjusting. Your body's learning. Your muscles are growing. Your body is trying to figure out what's the right place, what's the right balance for you to have. Oh, come on, somebody, right? So we often see those places where we're jittery, those places where we're wobbly, those places where we are making what we consider mistakes. We often see those as signs that we shouldn't be doing what we're doing. But what that means, I want you to get that here right now. What that means is that my body right now is trying to figure out the right balance for me. It's trying to figure out where I need to be. We have these things called proprioceptor receptors, right? So there are all these signals that are coming at me. So as I'm looking, my eyes are telling me where I need to be in space. My ears are hearing things around me. The nerves in my feet are helping me to feel the ground as my body is shifting. And the otolith in my ears, the bones in my ears, they're helping me to maintain balance. So there are all these signals that are coming at me at one time, and all of them, the intent of every signal that's coming is to help me to be balanced. So when I'm wobbly, when I'm moving, when I'm not steady, that is not a signal. That is not a space. That is not a reason. That is not evidence that I shouldn't be doing what I'm doing. Come on, somebody. Come on, right? What it means is that my nervous system is doing what it needs to do to put me in a position so that when I stand, I'm steady. But I haven't learned that yet. And even when we do that, even when we've learned that, we're going to find ourselves in situations, right, like I just did. Right? So we may have learned that without these. We put those down for a minute. Put that down here. So we may have learned how to stand on one leg without wobbling. Right? We got that. We practice it. We do it all the time. But the moment that I add a variable, I've got to relearn it. But that doesn't mean you're a failure. It doesn't mean that you should stop. It doesn't mean you should turn around. It doesn't mean you should go back. All it means is that your nervous system, your body, your brain, everything in you right now is trying to figure out how to keep you steady. Remember, balance. It's not about not moving. It's not about staying still. Balance is about being able to adjust and change and move in the situation where you find yourself. Oh, man. Yeah, let me put these back. Okay? So when we talk about balance, that is what we're talking about. We're talking about the ability to be in a position, to be in a space under tension and still have my body do what it needs to do, my brain do what it needs to do to keep me successful, because it's learning. But oftentimes we give up right at the time when our breakthrough is coming. Just at the time that my body's trying, has kind of figured out where to go, we put the weights down. Just at the time when we're about to get that thing, get that promotion, get those finances, get the breakthrough in my health, in my weight, in my blood sugars, get the breakthrough in my the book that I'm writing. Just about when I'm getting that, I've been talking about it, I've been thinking about it, and the brain is ready to expand, and we give up because we're wobbly. We give up because we're unsteady. And I want to convince you that that's not the case. Controlled tension. Controlled tension is what causes growth, causes expansion. And controlled tension sometimes is wobbly. It starts out wobbly until you get where you need to be. All right. So I'm going to add another exercise here that we want to look at. And this is an interesting one. And it's a curl. There's several ways that we can do a curl. Traditionally, you get a barbell and you can do those curls. You can do that as well. So for those of you who don't have weights at home, for those of you who do not have barbells at home, those of you who do not have, all you have are some dumbbells, you can do that with this as well. So we're going to start with some curls. And the curl really is what we're doing. This is a pulling action. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to have my elbows into my side, and I have my dumbbells up like this. I'm going to try to lift these straight up. And once again, as I'm lifting these, we're going to do 10 sets, 10 reps of these. We're going to do 3 sets, okay? And what I'm doing is I'm doing these under control. Notice I'm bringing them up, and I'm not just letting them fall. I am bringing them down myself. Controlled tension. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. I'm not sure how many did I do there just now. I think that's already 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. All right. We'll take a 15-second break there, kind of shake that off, and then we'll come back to that. Um, so as we're moving through, as we're doing all of these, you will be learning those concepts. You'll be learning those concepts as we talk about our strength, right? So our strength today, our strength is this idea that the balance is wobbly. That balance is sometimes unsure. That balance doesn't mean stopping. That balance doesn't mean you're not good. Balance does not mean that that's not where you're supposed to be. Balance simply means, right, that you're able to change, you're able to adjust, that you're able to learn within that space. Okay, that's the balance. The strategy that we want to learn, and let's go ahead and we're going to do our second set of the curls. But the strategy is what's called stacking. Stacking. And stacking means that you have already done and learned something, and you're simply adding another behavior to that. Right? So let's go ahead and get started. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 2 more, 9, 10. All right, so let's go back to stacking. So stacking says that I already have a process going on, and so I'm trying to add a new behavior to that. For example, you finish eating and you decide that you want to exercise, so you go walking after you finish eating. So you already have a process that happens at the end of food when you finish eating, and now you're adding something else. So every time food happens, every time you finish eating, every time you do that, then walking happens. You brush your teeth in the morning. So at the end of your brushing your teeth, go ahead and do 5, right, leg lifts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Done. Right? So you brush your teeth. It's already done. It's already something you do. So just add to that the behavior that you're trying to do. And so this week, we'll talk about our challenge here in just a minute. Let's go ahead and do our last set of these curls. All right, we're going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2 more. 9 and 10. All right, so let's get these guys back. So your strategy is to begin identifying the things that you want to change, the things that you want to adjust, the things that you want to add, and find things that you're already doing and adding them. So we're not talking about stacking weights, which we will be doing, right? Which you can do, but we're talking about how do we stack behaviors? How do we stack ideas and concepts and mindset changes that we can do to set ourselves up for success? So strength, balance, strategy, stacking, and our mindset is this concept that it's wobbly, but that doesn't mean we don't have to do it. That doesn't mean there's something wrong. That doesn't mean that there is anything other than my body, my nervous system is simply working. My nervous system is simply moving in the right direction. All right. So let's go ahead and let's do some lower body work. And so for this, what we've been doing is we've been doing some squats. And so we're going to just add those back in. So as we're working through the process, we're extending the things that we do. There are certain exercises that are going to be fundamental, right? Squats are going to be fundamental because they are a major way to help with the lower body. And the reason that they help with the lower body is because when you're squatting, you're actually activating, right, your core, you're activating your quads, your glutes, hamstrings, ankles, knees, just a whole host of muscles, muscle groups, anatomy in the body. And essentially what you're doing when you're squatting, I want you to think about it, is that the lower part of your body is lifting the entire upper part of the body. And so sometimes people say, oh, well, I need weights. Now you can add weights to that because you can do a modified squat. And we did a couple of squats, modified squats yesterday. You can do the pause, you can do the explosion, you can do the simplified squat, you can add weights, right, to your squat. And we will do that as we move on. But we're just gonna do some simple ones right now. Remember, the way we're gonna do that is feet shoulder width or just slightly wider than the shoulders. We are going to be sitting, acting as though we're sitting on a chair, right? Bottom out first. And then we're gonna go down so that our legs are parallel to the ground. And then we're gonna push back up with our heels. So in this one, we're not gonna pause, we're not gonna wait down there because you can go down, you can count. Remember yesterday we did the 3-second pause, right? Went down, 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 stayed for 3 seconds and then up, back up in 3 seconds. This one, we're just gonna do a simple and just go down and come back up, right? Down, come back up, and we'll do 10 reps of that just to make sure that we get some of our lower body work in, okay? Let's go ahead, let's get started right now. All right, here we go. And we're going bottom down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 2 more, 9, and 10. Right, so you should feel that in lots of different areas. Lots of different areas. All right. So once again, balance isn't about freezing. It's not about being unshakable. It's about being responsive without falling apart. Come on, come on. Oh yeah, put that down. That's what balance is about. Balance is about limitless living. Balance is about being able to apply the things that we've learned. It's about taking the keystone principles. It's about taking your self-efficacy that we learned in the bridge to mastery. When your plans get derailed, when things don't quite go the way you thought they were going to go, when your routine gets thrown off, when your mood shifts, something happens. Balance is the skill, tool. Balance is the skill that you need that helps you to cope, clarify, observe, pause, and pick something that you're going to do to put you back on track. Come on, come on, come on. That's what balance is all about. Balance is saying that I know that I trust myself. I have the history that I've proven that I'm trustworthy. I have the history that proves that I'm consistent. I'm here on day number 2 of this series. I was in mindset, the bridge to mastery for 9 days. I did the walk to consistency for 100 days. I've already proven it. And so there's nothing that's going to happen that's going to shake me. All I've got to understand is my body, my brain, my mind. I'm readjusting. I'm learning. I'm wobbly right now, but give me a minute. Your strength isn't measured by how skillful you are at staying still. It's measured by how well you recover from the things that happen. Yep. So I want you to think about it. We're stacking. We're going to find ways to stack this strength, right? So we're going to do the leg lifts after we brush our teeth, after we eat, after we whatever. We're going to go back though, and we're going to take a look at ourselves and say, man, I don't have to distrust myself. I don't have to distrust myself in this situation. I may not know what's going on, but that's okay. That just means that I've got to figure this out. That just means that my body, my brain, everything is now working with me. Everything is working in me to get me back to homeostasis. That's the word. That's the word. You've already won because you're here. You've already shown that you have what it takes to be here. And as we cool down, we're going to do our breathing exercise. We're going to breathe in through our nose, out through our mouth. So in through our nose, out through our mouth, and we're going to hold for 5 seconds. So in for 5 seconds, hold it, and then out for 5 seconds. So let's do that. In, hold it, and out. In, hold, and out. Again, in, hold, 2 more times. In, hold, and out. 1 more. In, hold, and out. Here's what I want you to get. You showed up again. You showed up again today. And today, you built something indestructible. You built another brick in your history, another brick of proof, another piece that says, I'm willing to do what I need to do to be successful. You held tension. You learned about balance. Another tool that you can use, another principle, another keystone, another part of limitless living. You learned about balance. And so this week, what I want you to do is I want you to find a habit that you already do, and I want you to stack our new leg raises, right? Just add 5 sometime this week. Well, not sometime this week, on your daily routine for the day, because that's going to be something that helps you. If you got to modify it by holding on to a wall or to a chair, that's okay. But tension under control is what causes growth. Balance is the ability to be in a space that is uncertain and still thrive and still do what you need to do to be successful. This is day number 1. I keep saying 102, but it's actually day 2, right? So I'm thinking back to our series. This is day number 2 of strength, strategy, and mindset. I'm glad that you're here. This is Dr. Dwain Woode. That's Wood with an E. The E stands for endocrinology. Here I educate, I empower, and I encourage you to take charge of your health and your life. Avoid complications and go to the next level. And we're creating the life we've always wanted. We're no longer allowing things to happen to us because we have unlimited ability to make choices. We believe efficacy, self-efficacy says that we, by making choices, making decisions, and being consistent, can change the course of our health, can change the course of our personal success. Thanks for being here. I'll see you tomorrow on day number 3 for strength, strategy, and mindset. Bye-bye.